Okay. Thank you. First frame, Ding Junhui to break.
So it's Ding Junhui up against Marco Fu, are repeating to their 8 wins to 7. But I guess for Ding, it's a question of trying to recapture that scintillating to go now. It's trying to get back to where he once was. 52 in the rankings at the moment. He has been as high as 5, as the guys have been discussing. 100 centuries, that puts him in a very exclusive club. But we haven't seen too much of that kind of form from Marco of late.
It's a fluke, but they all count, they say. He intended to open the reds up. Played off and fled there. Screwing in and out of balk.
As Jimmy was mentioning, he played Karen Wilson in the UK Championships. Made the last 32 at the Barbican. And
very attacking shot there from Marco Fu. Playing the yellow with the rest. Table looks to be running very...
I'm sure he's pleased to still be competing, because there was some doubt when he had that surgery he would be able to play professionally again.
12.
So,
and what a confident start. Okay, he got the flu, he's got the black into play.
20.
Rhythm actually when he's in full flow around the black, and he is one of the... has a lovely rhythm actually when he's in full...
Yeah, as you said, over 500 century breaks. Could be another one here.
36. 45.
Former Welsh Open champion, of course, Ding Junhui. Won the title back in 2012, years later, but sitting out this opening frame. Marco queuing beautifully at the moment.
He wasn't sure, you know, for a moment. But just enough leg. Business today. Frame's only been going 5 minutes.
50. 65.
It's been silky smooth stuff, hasn't it?
Yeah, a couple of...
73.
Now he'd like to finish it off with a century. Very good pot and position. A little straighter than you wanted.
Oh, what a beautiful break of 80 that was. Yes, there was a fluke at the beginning of it, but that was a mighty impressive start nonetheless from Marco Fu, who leads Ding Junhui 1-0. I think he took a lot out of his victory over Ronnie O'Sullivan. Never looked back thereafter. Fantastic.
It's touching ball.
Which went the distance, 6-5. About his concerns, of course, about the ongoing coronavirus and the problems that's causing back home in China. World Snooker have announced that
Didn't get any better than that. Always easy to miss these type of shots. Never easy at all. To go into the pack, but it's okay. He's on the pink, and he may be able to play for the red next to the blue. He can hold for the black. No, it's not a good angle on the red. So
8.
Distance. There's a big pack of reds to miss. Just got too much in it. pocket.
Bond or Ricky Walden in the round of 64. Getting underway on table 2.
Yeah, that little rub on the yellow there. Just left this red on that's closest to the left corner. Not easy to avoid everything though.
Brown ball.
Maybe able to swerve it. Cushion first.
Ding put his resurgence at the UK down to an improved mental attitude to matches, as well as a more disciplined practice regime. Felt as though he was unnecessarily and he seemed to have recaptured the joy of playing during that week at the Barbican. Smile on his face throughout the tournament.
Cut it.
Thank you. Ding Junhui 11.
Another good pot from Marco Fu.
1.
Ding Junhui apologised for getting it. What a let-off that was. This is a bit of trouble. Not sure if he's got the angle to land up to the red nearest the left corner. The one that's on the cushion. He may be forced into taking a pot on. Found a nice path. The pot from Marco
1.
Fu. And another good chance.
Six.
Three times
7.
a ranking champion, Marco Fu. Grand Prix title when he beat Ronnie O'Sullivan in the final. That was though as Ding watches on. A couple of world semi-finals. Runner-up, of course, to Ding in the Masters final. Runner-up.
It's that he's been going for them. Well, you can pot it.
27.
Now a chance for Ding Junhui.
Yes, they're magnified in importance in these shorter best-of-7 frame matches if you can win the tight ones.
Okay, good.
5.
Look at this again. Look where it hit. 2 inches before the
11.
pocket. No, unless it's got the angle on the blue, it's going to be difficult to get to that.
$18.
But I think he can still hold for the green. He needs the pink.
25. $29.
Ding Junhui sat out and he's been rewarded
40.
in Motto. Cahill, the man who stunned Ronnie O'Sullivan at last year's World Championship. And then Mark Selby is in action against David Grace. Just after 7.
Oh, what a belter. Now, can he get the black? It was close. And as I say, deserved to be on the black.
Marker for 1.
Very aggressive. Tap on the table there from Marco Fu. Knew this. Great shot. And well spotted. Will it come out of Borg?
1.
Yep, that's enough. Didn't catch
5.
the red thick enough. 50.
Marker for 5.
Yes, and a great reply. He was. I think that was a slight raise of that. And a mistake.
One.
32. Won his first ranking title as a wild card at the China Open when he beat Steve for Chinese snooker. So many young players look up to him.
8.
In awe of him.
Generous. And he could have done.
15. $22.
This time round. Not into the right corner anyway. So the black must go.
35.
Finals of the World Grand Prix last week has just beaten Su Si of
4-3.
China 4-3.
$51.
And to be fair, both players seem up for this match.
$65. $73. Ding for 80 and the frame.
No century, but a break of 80 nonetheless. Leads 2-1. In frame 3, but Fu queuing pretty nicely as well. 1 or 2 errors, but it's been very entertaining fare thus far. The frames lasting less than 12.5.
Foul and a miss. Marco for 6. Marco, thank you.
And played it very well. We missed them first time round. But another very good safety. It is now. Doesn't look a bad attempt. A mistake.
One.
Yeah, not the best of kisses. And as I said, it's been very aggressive today, Marco Fu. But that
Marco
maybe
Fu
was one shot.
Thank you. One.
In the end, he made it very competitive, but he's missed the black.
Danger.
Wow, at that speed. Just not refusing. Has to go in. Yeah, good shot.
One.
And deserves to be on the black. Well, it can be very off-putting for you as a player when you see your opponent going.
9.
Yeah, it just shows you he thought that he.
17. Foul and a miss.
Well, he did.
17. Danger. Junhui 7. One.
Plotted it just a little bit thick. Coming off the cushion, trying to land up to the blue. Is he hard enough? Oh, what a touch.
Tons of trouble.
Delighted. I don't think that's the red. I didn't think he could see that red. Got close to. I think. Yes, and a nice little rub this time on the pink to leave him perfectly on the blue.
The most recent of Mark 9-4. And prior to that, he'd played Higgins in the Euro. Since the European Tour event back in 2013, Fu's won the last 2 times they've met. But this is their first meeting for getting on for 3 years.
One. Seven.
On the black down to get
15.
to.
23.
Just caught the angle slight. Opening more reds up. Wait for it, wait for it.
31.
But they've both been very aggressive in this match.
$34.
Which is perfectly respectable.
$48.
Yeah, and he's stuck them.
63.
Post anyway to the side cushion. It was very missable, and if he had missed, Fu was in for a...
But no danger.
7-1.
And nicely on the pink. So Edrich made some very good safety play.
78.
Important.
Yeah, the cue ball was in.
8-6.
I think you're...
Oh, close.
Leads by 3 frames to 2. 82 to put him 3-2 up on Marco Fu. Both players, though, have looked very good in amongst the balls. Ding needs 1, Fu needs the remaining 2. This tournament was first staged as a ranking, but only one home favourite has ever won this Welsh Open. Mark Williams has won it twice, most recently in '98. Of course, he came through against Ollie Lyons in our first match, and then it's Mark Selby in action against David Grace.
Oh, found the gap nicely there for the safety. Tap on the table there from Marco Fu. Just could send a red over the pocket, which he has done. Can Ding see it? I don't think he can. Get here. No, happy with that. Oh, well, what about that?
1.
He holds his hands up. Don't think I would have done. Look, and this is how sorry he is. Yeah, these reds on the black cushion, the target.
Foul and a miss. Marco Fu 4.
He's taking this on. Oh, what a good shot, because he was leaving an easy red on. Had he missed that one?
Right from the start this afternoon. If it's there, go for it.
Yeah, good at
the UK champs as well.
7.
You're ranked as low as Marco. You're going to come up against the very best very early. It's to be hoped that that surgery will allow him to prolong his career
14.
for many a season yet.
Yes, and by taking that, building a lot easier. So again, that's another good red to take.
17.
Just needed a little bit more. We know his eye is in. And that's a good pressure shot, that. The blue.
7. 13.
Doesn't know what's gone on there. He knew it. It's a good one.
Junhui 18.
Yeah, just caught it a little bit too thin. And it dinged.
1.
2 reds. That's a terrific shot again, you know.
9.
What a good shot. Not a bad. Well, a little hard for the ready.
13.
Reds.
21.
Lost early at the Masters, where
29.
I think many fancied him in the German Masters. Vintage of Ding. And Marco Fu certainly played his part and I think has
37.
propelled Ding.
Yeah, and he's certainly played well the last 2 frames, hasn't he? Tempting position.
45.
Yeah. The good news for fans of Marco Fu is that he is queuing well again, and
52.
it's to be hoped that he can consistency in the weeks and months ahead after all of his eye problems.
54.
But for Ding,
50.
but a very entertaining match. Frames lasting less
61.
than 12 and a half minutes each on average. And
66.
Ding, give us taken it.
Foul. Junhui 66.
Well, really entertaining match here. Junhui held off that aggressive snooker.